Hello, everyone. My name is Katan. I'm the founder of BossBabeBlog.com, and today I'm here to talk about how small businesses compete with larger companies. The reason why I'm sharing this is because entrepreneurs, sometimes when you go into an industry, you can feel like that industry is very saturated. It's oversaturated, meaning everyone's doing it. And so it's going to be hard for you to win and get those sales and clients on the level that you would like to. However, sometimes those are just emotions because it's uncomfortable. And the reality is that you have a lot of different things under your belt that you can use to compete with bigger, larger companies and other businesses. So I don't want anyone to think that because there's so many people out there doing it that you can't be successful, because it's very true that you can be successful. A great example would be, think of whatever industry that you're in, and then I want you to ask someone that is close to you or someone that's in your network to list off 10 businesses in that same industry that are famous, and then list off 10 businesses that are not famous that they know of in the same industry as you. In many cases, they will not be able to list off 10 that are not famous. So even though you might feel like I'm competing with these brands that have been here forever, in your lane of businesses that are not famous yet but are open, you have no competition in many cases. I'll give an example: the makeup industry. It's a really hard industry for entrepreneurs sometimes to create cosmetics and keep their brand open consistently, right? So at least that's what I'm seeing in my business experience. I've seen a lot of professionals in that industry, and the only way that I'm seeing them stay on consistently for years is if they are through another brand like Mary Kay or Avon or something like that, right? So stay with me. I asked someone, I said, hey, can you list off at least 5 businesses that are makeup brands that sell cosmetics that are small businesses? They could only give me one. And the one that they gave me was one that I was promoting at the time. That's it. They couldn't give me any more brands. So that level of like space, we ain't got nothing but space and opportunity, like they say. So you might think that you're competing with people to a point where it's hard to be seen, but there's really no competition when you think about it, because when it comes to growing your business, it's about being relevant. It's about being consistent, because people look at consistency as you being relevant, which is a huge benefit for us as entrepreneurs. So when I talk about how small businesses can compete with larger businesses, here's an example. You might look at a huge uh what's boutique that's been around for years and say, I can't compete with that brand. They're famous, they've got multiple franchises, they got brands in different locations, they've got all this money for marketing. However, there's something that you have that's unique, and that is the exclusivity. That's the fact that people can't go and find your boutique in the same location or in multiple locations. Nothing wrong if they do, if you get there, but you're not there right now, and you can use that to your advantage. And then also your way of taking care of your customers. Larger companies tend to struggle a little bit with maintaining that customer experience because the brand becomes so big, and they don't prioritize customer experience as the brand grows sometimes. And so you have an advantage where you can prioritize customer experience like no other, so that when they're shopping with you, they know they're going to get a certain level of catering and love versus going to that larger company. And that is going to be the reason why people keep coming back. And I can even use my retail experience as an example. Do you know how many times I had someone tell me that that when I was working at in a franchise, or like in a business, not a franchise, but it was a business that had multiple locations. And I had clients who would tell me that they drove past 1 or 2 locations of the same exact brand, same clothing company, to come to mine. Why? Because they wanted that experience. It was a unique experience. Just like I'm sure there are people who drove past my boutique to go to that another boutique because they wanted that unique experience. When you are an individual, you have the ability to leverage your individuality in your business. So they wanted to experience shopping with Katan. They wanted to experience shopping with Katan's team members or our boutique. They wanted to experience what it felt like to be in our location and to laugh and listen to the music and have a good time and catch up about all the things going on in their lives and look at stuff on social media and laugh together. They wanted to experience that level of shopping. And that is why they drove hours to get to my location. That is why I had people who followed me from brand to brand. I had clients who were sad when they realized I wasn't going to be selling the products that they needed and still wanted me to dress them. So when you are able to understand that your individuality and your smallness is a strength, that is when you will be able to really unlock the key to growth, success, and leads that can turn into huge sales. So hopefully that helps someone, gave them a little inspiration, but also put a battery in your back. Understand that you can do whatever it is you're trying to achieve. You want to gain sales, you want to grow your business, you can do that. These ideas of like, oh, this brand is bigger. Oh, they make more money. Oh, they're more popular on social media. This doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, when people think about brands that they can shop with, their list is limited many times. Some of them might have a long list. I have a long list, but that's because I'm a small business directory owner. So these are all clients that I have worked with and I've developed relationships with. But the average shopper does not own a directory. So they're thinking about, where can I shop and spend this money? Their list is limited. You have a lot of space, nothing but space and opportunity. Get out there, make it happen. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you enjoyed this message, and drop your thoughts in the comments.